NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, look, 3, 14. Check 24, 14. Check 31.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gotta go, right now, let's go. All go special. Check, crunch.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford dancing to his left. And he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So true. So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now. Off the bootleg. Clifford. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Seattle.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
They give to Taylor, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check. Let's go. He's on. 40. Deuce. Gun. Watch it.
Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
57.
Off play action. Clifford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
40.
Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run with Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch the slant. Check 50.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jordan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on,
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got it. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
On the set. 57. Mike 57. Let's go. Right up.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready? 30 base. Right there. 54 Mike.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shoot.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Check three. Get it.
This is Cohen. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 39.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake. Clifford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
45. We got to get that. Go, 14. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Run left. Tighten up.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
45 to Mike.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
0-0. Go, guys, 4 down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford, the screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the toss, Cohen. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Clifford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Here's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check back. Check back. Shoot. Watch the shoot. 25. 25.
Taylor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Check 24. Check 24. Hey guys, listen. Check 45.
From the 38, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
45. Gun. They're going to need some therapy after this. 45's the mic. I got one. Good cut.
Now Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 53-yard.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Clifford, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, and don't fumble the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike 45. Check. You ain't good. 45 the Mike. Watch the run. Good job right there. Check 45.
Wilson to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches. That's the 50-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
5. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the victory here for Seattle. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.